Good morning, each and everyone. Today, the topic is the first war of independence. The first war of independence. You know very well, it was happened in 1857. So many causes of this war. Normally, the Britishers came to India as a trader. The Britishers came to India as a trader. They started trade through their company. The name of the company is East India Company. But gradually with the time, they come to India as a trader, but gradually with the time they became himself as a ruler, from trader to ruler. Day by day they increase their power, they increase their territorial arrangement, they annex so many states of the Indian. It was going on continue. So many types of problem created by the Britishers in India. They interfere in my personal administration, they interfere in my internal matter. So finally, the satisfaction level increases day by day. Unsatisfaction level increases day by day, and one day happened the revolt of 1857. So today we all will discuss about that. What was the main causes? What were the main causes of the revolt of 1857? Then we find that so many causes. First, known as the political causes. In political causes, so many reasons like that: policy of expansions, doctrine of lapse, treatment given with the Nana Sahib, annexation of Awadh, disrespect shown to the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar. After that, social causes, economical causes, military causes, and finally immediate causes. The Enfield rifle, introduction of Enfield rifle was the immediate cause of the revolt of 1857. So today we will discuss about that policy of expansion. The British policy of control and gradual extensions to native Indian state was one of the major grievances of the Indian rulers. Territorial rearrangement, gradually control one by one steps of the native Indian states was very conflict between the Indian and between the Britishers. Battle of Plassey, you know very well, it was happened in 1757. Battle of Plassey in June 1757. After this battle, the territorial power of the Britishers increased and extend their political power in India four ways: by outright war, by the system of subsidiary alliance, by adopting the doctrine of lapse, and by pretext of aligning misrule. After the Battle of Plassey, the Britishers introduced so many types of policy, because after the Battle of Plassey, Bihar, Odisha, and Bengal, the three important states controlled by the Britishers, and their confidence also increased after the Battle of Plassey. So after the Battle of Plassey, the Britishers make a policy and plan to control whole part of India. So they introduce many types of expansion policy like that: subsidiary alliance, outright war, doctrine of lapse. So by outright war, by outright war, through this policy, the Britishers increased their power in India. Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha as a master after the Battle of Plassey. Anglo-Mysore War, as a result of their success in Anglo-Mysore Wars, it was going on. Anglo-Mysore War 1767 to 1797. This period was known as the Anglo-Mysore War through East India Company. and the Mysore state continue. The battle is going on. Finally, the third Anglo-Maratha war happened in 1817 to 1818, and then after Anglo-Sikh war, Anglo-Maratha war, Anglo-Mysore war, these all wars are continue owned by the Britishers, and their confederates continue developed. Their confidence day by day increases, and finally the result, after the Mysore war, after the Maratha war, after the Anglo-Sikh war, so many territories extend and controlled by the Britishers, like that Sindh, Assam, Arakan, Pegu, and Myanmar. These all are controlled by the Britishers after the Anglo-Sikh war, after the Anglo-Maratha war, and after the Anglo-Maratha war. These wars are disturb the native Indians policies and native Indian people. So many native Indian people and king unsatisfied with the British policy. Next, subsidiary alliance. Through the subsidiary alliance, it was introduced by Lord Wellesley. Through the subsidiary alliance, so many states controlled by and annexed by the Britishers, like that the first state controlled by the Lord Wellesley through the subsidiary alliance known as Hyderabad. The Nizamad Hyderabad surrendered himself under the subsidiary alliance, and finally the Britishers controlled the Hyderabad. After that, so many states also captured by the Britishers through the subsidiary alliance. So we can say the policy of expansion by outright war, by outright war, by subsidiary alliance, by direct annex the state, they control so many states and interfere the personal matter of the natives of the Indian kings. After that, by the policy of doctrine of lapse, it is very important. So many times it was asked by the question paper in the board examinations. Doctrine of lapse was a policy, it was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. Through this policy, those Indian peoples, those who are not having their natural hair, means खुद का जिसका बच्चा नहीं है, they cannot adopt any other children's, and the states are controlled by the annexed by the British government, or you can say British East India Company. It was very unjust policy. Through this policy, doctrine of lapse, Satara, Nagpur, Jhansi, Satara, Nagpur, Jhansi, Sambhal, etc. These all are controlled by the policy of doctrine of lapse. Means doctrine of lapse was a policy. Through this policy, the Britishers annexed so many states. Through this policy, Lord Dalhousie annexed Satara, Nagpur, Jhansi, and Sambhal. Doctrine of lapse was, what was doctrine of lapse? According to this policy, those have not any natural hair, the states are annexed by the British East India Company. So many states, this was the rule in Indian states, where states annexed by the one by one, Satara, Jaipur, Sambhal, Udaipur, Nagpur. Okay, these all are the main states. Those are controlled by the Lord Dalhousie. After that, treatment given to the Nana Sahib. Nana Sahib was the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II. After the doctrine of lapse, the Britishers stopped the pension of Nana Sahib. The Britishers stopped the pension of Nana Sahib. Finally, in the revolt of 1857, Nana Sahib also fought against the British government. So the treatment given to the Nana Sahib is not good. It was very unjust policy. Those are introduced by the Nana Sahib, and introduced by the British East India Company. Through this policy, the pension of Nana Sahib is stopped by the Britishers. And who was Nana Sahib? Nana Sahib was the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II. Okay. After that, annexation of Awadh. Annexation of Awadh. Annexation of Awadh. The Britishers annexed the Awadh without any reason. They imposed that the Nawab of Awadh not continue properly do their work. They give the arguments that Awadh was misruled by the Nawab. So finally, British East India Company annexed the Awadh. It was very unjust policy because Awadh was controlled by the Awadh was controlled by the Wajid Ali Shah. And that time, the Britishers imposed on them misruled charges, and finally Awadh was also annexed by the British East India Company. Disrespect show the Mughal Emperor. Disrespect show the Mughal Emperor before the Britishers. The Mughal was the headman. The Mughal was the finally considered as the ruler in India. But when the Britishers came to India after the Aurangzeb, they continue attack on the Mughal dynasty, and finally Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah that time Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar was finally free from the Red Fort trial. This is very important in our history. Red Fort trial, बहादुर शाह जफर से रेड फोर्ट को खाली करा लिया गया, और उसके बाद कुछ ही दिनों के बाद बहादुर शाह जफर तो रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857 में पार्टिसिपेट था, लेकिन फाइनली रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857 के बाद बहादुर शाह जफर के दोनों बच्चों को रंगून में ले आकर अंग्रेजों ने मार दिया. So we can say these all are the main political causes of the revolt of 1857, and finally after this political causes, so many groups like that Indian native rulers, states, and many of the king are unsatisfied with the policy of the British government. So these all are the main causes of the political causes of the revolt of 1857. Tomorrow we will discuss about that social causes. So in social causes, introduction of social reforms. This is a very good work of the Britishers, but it was also opposed by the Indians. Introduction of social reform like abolition of sati pratha, ban on child marriage, ban on polygamy, and so many other type of practices in the field of social field is going on. So Britishers are imposed and ban on that type of social restriction. It was also feel that the Indians feel that the Britishers want to change our culture and our system, and they introduce the Christianity. So this is also main causes for the revolt of 1857. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about that economical causes and then after military causes. Thank you.